How you doing? You alright, aye?
How are you?
Good, good.
Welcome to our crib. This is Gladys the Wonder Van.
It's a beautiful van you've got.
She's wonderful. And it's our little house on wheels for 2 adults and 3 dogs. So come on in and have a look around.
Yeah, it's just really nice.
Thank you.
Really good attention to detail in here.
Thank you. Yeah, it took 3 months day and night to build it. It was a completely empty Luton shell. It was literally, there was no back on it, no sides. It was just full of rat poo and...
Do you have photos of it before that?
Yeah, I've got loads of photos.
If you
I'll
send me
show
those
you.
photos, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So, how much did you buy it for?
1,200 quid.
Sound, and how long has the build taken you?
3 months from start to finish, and then just after that, I think you just tend to tweak it and do little things that you need to. But basically, 3 months. My husband worked day and night. I worked extra hours so he could take the time off work and crack on because he was dying to build it.
Yeah.
And we just can't. You can't justify the expense of buying a brand new camper. They're so crazy for what you get, and they're very impersonal. They're lovely, but they're impersonal. We wanted something that, yeah, just worked for us, and we wanted a little cottage on wheels. So.
Well, you've definitely stamped your mark on it. It's really impressive and really quite quaint with what you've done with it. How much do you think you spent on the build?
On the road today, with all the mod cons and everything in it, 3,500.
Okay, that's pretty decent. And could you run me through the amenities that you have?
Yeah, so we've got some old Louvre doors here that we managed to salvage from a friend's skip, and they made perfect cupboard doors. And then we secure these like this because I'm a bit short and I struggle to keep them up. They're out of the way. We've got all our dishcloths and food and tins all nice and organised. Bungees, stop them flying out. And then over here we've got crafting supplies, painting supplies. My husband's a tattooist, so he likes to do his artwork and that.
It's definitely a home from home.
Yeah, metal detector, boring things, toilet rolls, plastic bags. And then under here, storage under there, pots and pans we normally have in there. They're in the house today. We've got all our cutlery, hot water bottles, barbecues, utensils, special sort of plastic plates, nothing that's going to break, obviously, nice and easy. And lots of baskets. And this is an old unit that we used to have in the conservatory that we got for 20 quid off Gumtree.
Okay, still.
Yep, another bargain. Collapsible bucket. I love anything that's collapsible.
Oh, aye.
They're so cool.
A wee space saver.
Yeah, it's just so practical. So, you know, you just need these things, and this, you know, one thing take up so much room, but when they're collapsible.
Seems to be a place for everything in this build.
Yeah, we've got stools. I need a little stool to hop in and out of bed because I'm short. Got little stools there that just fold down. 2, I think they're 25 litre water tanks. Might be a little bit more. And then it's just nice and simple. Caravan hand pump.
Oh, perfect.
£12 off good old eBay. And just straight out of the clean into the dirty.
Perfect.
Nice and simple. Nice and simple. We wanted as few electrics as possible to go wrong, so there's less to worry about. Then down here we've got the 12-volt TV.
Perfect.
We've got our Roku box, which we can plug into that and use my internet as a, I think it's called a dongle. I just press buttons normally, but we can get our Netflix and stuff when we're out and about. That storage goes all the way back there. That's good for the metal detector and bigger things. Underneath here we've got all our paperwork for the van, like membership for the camping and caravan clubs and all those places that we might stay, and books on walks all around the country. Knickknacks, more crafting supplies, bunting obviously, very important, a spare fan, spare little USB fan just in case. Tons and tons of Ziplocs, man.
You can never have enough zip ties.
And he's got these giant ones, but yeah, and felting equipment, because I like to felt. We've got a little dog bed there.
Oh, aye.
That's for Daisy, the Jack Russell. And then we've got storage in here. That's the dirty laundry basket in there.
Perfect.
And then back over here, this is my husband's bed here, but it's also a day bed sofa. This lifts up, and underneath here is a strap. That strap is an old seatbelt.
Oh,
the whole
perfect.
thing lifts up onto that hook.
Okay.
And underneath there is storage for bicycle frames, scooters, things like that. It's not terribly deep, but it's just the right height to get in a couple of awkward things. Storage. And then my husband's side for his clothes, which is usually one little bag. It's very minimalist. And these have obviously got all the locks, so when we're driving along they don't fly open and his single pair of shoes falls out. And then the rest of it is my stuff. Oh no, that's an empty one. What's in these? Oh, DVDs. You can never have too many films. And then shoes, cosmetics, all the sort of girl stuff. And then for my clothes, what I've done is I bought these really useful little zip bags from eBay again. But they're nice because you can write on the front like jeans, hats, tops. It just makes it a lot easier to organise things, and these little Ziploc bags are great for winter jumpers to save space. And you just roll them up and it squeezes the air out.
Perfect. And did you like pick all the colours and design this all yourself, or did your husband have an input? Or
we just wanted something quite calming, I suppose, something quite light, because it's not a big space. It's a little bit of a TARDIS. It's deceptive how big it is inside, but it's still very easy for me suddenly start looking very dark. And so we wanted to paint it a grey colour. This is actually a lot lighter than we thought it would be, but it's actually quite nice. We thought it would be a little bit more grey.
Now, what type of fridge is that? Is that like a classic fridge or something?
That is a classic 240 fridge. We could not find a 12-volt fridge that we liked.
And where did you find that? How much was that?
Good old eBay.
Yes.
That was, I think, 240. That's by a company called Montpellier.
It's beautiful.
But we liked it. It's got a really, really good size freezer compartment, and it's quite deep. But we went camping this weekend to the New Forest, and I put some freezer blocks in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't bother plugging it in, and they were almost still frozen this morning when we took them out. So obviously, because it's so insulated, for a couple of days it's fine, but obviously longer we would plug it in and use the leisure batteries and do it properly. Okay.
And do you have a toilet in here, or?
Yes, we've got a toilet here. It's our little toilet and changing area. There's just enough room in there to hang a few coats and do what you need to do. There's a very important extractor fan in the toilet. And then through here, we stand here, we've got a twin tub washing machine.
Oh, aye.
My pet hate when we're on campsites is
not being able to wash clothes and stuff.
Yeah, and it's extortionate. And so I just bought this. This was about £55 off Amazon.
Okay.
You can get them on eBay, Amazon, any made, just a twin tub, but they're really, really good. It's $2.40 again, unfortunately, but it paid for itself a couple of times once you've used it. This is storage. We have a dog trolley that the older dog goes into when she gets tired. That slides in there. It's like a pram. That slides in there perfectly. Nice. And then we've got two dog beds here. One for Dexter and one for Dolly underneath.
Perfect. So the build was like 4 months, yeah? How long ago did you complete it?
About 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. And was it the first time out this weekend? Or
It's the first time out this weekend because we've had lots of days out and we go to Sandbanks a lot, which we're very lucky is around the corner. But because we had to wait for her to get her prop shaft rebalanced, because
Okay.
it was a bit of a rumble
Yeah,
about
yeah.
35, 40. We didn't want to take on any proper trips until that last job was done, and we had to wait until Monday last week. So, so we took her out for her inaugural weekend away. It was brilliant.
So 4 months is quite quick for a rapid build to get it to this standard and that. Is there anything that was like troublesome during the build that you got wrong maybe, or anything that was taxing?
The roof was a nightmare.
In what respect?
Well, basically...
I've not actually noticed actually the roof.
Yeah, it's really well insulated, and we put these beams across, and it made a really nice framework. And we thought, we won't cover it up like most people would normally. You cover it with a nice smooth finish or tongue and groove. So then we took some of them down and we just put these very thin boards on.
What type of boards are they? Do you know?
That is literally really thin plywood.
Okay.
But it's a little bit too thin.
And is there insulation above that, or is it just straight
above
to the roof?
that is about 4 or 5 inches of, I think it's the lambswool insulation.
Yeah.
And then obviously the vapour barrier and so on. But we weren't cold last night. We had no heating on at all. It was really quite warm.
Okay.
But that was a nightmare, because we should have just put slightly thicker ply, really, because it just made the nailing a bit tricky. But it's fine, it works. But that's the only thing. We were quite lucky, really. I can't think of anything else, no.
Can you tell me about this amazing window here?
Yeah.
2 seconds, I'll try not to trip up when I'm walking out here.
We got this off Gumtree. Somebody was selling a pair of stained glass windows. They're great because they're actually double glazed. So it has the inside panel as well as the outside panel. So theoretically, if there is any damage, it can be fixed.
Yeah, okay.
Without it completely opening to the other side.
And see these 2 lockers on the left and right?
Yes.
Is that more storage, yeah?
Yep, this side is the electrics.
Okay, perfect.
That's for hook up when we're on a campsite.
Oh, perfect. Amazing. So what is that?
That is a fuse box.
Okay.
So, if there's any problems, it would just trip.
So can you hook up, so the campsite's got power, you just hook it up to that?
Yep, literally just plug this straight in, with this one, straight into that one, sorry. That's just a spare.
Okay.
Straight into 240 on the campsite, and that will run all the equipment like the fridge and the washing machine and things like that.
So you have batteries, yeah?
Yes.
Two-
There in the front, what's up there? Oh, more storage there. This side. Gas bottle,
Perfect.
dog leads, spare water butts.
Well, that was really nice. Thank you for showing me around your camper build. Do you have like a social or online presence?
Yes, Gladys the Wonder Van
Okay.
on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube.
Okay,
We've done some step-by-step build videos on YouTube because we thought we picked up a lot of our tips on building ideas on YouTube, specifically watching the step-by-step videos. So we thought we would do one. If somebody ever wants to buy a luton and convert it, I do recommend it because it's square.
Yeah.
It does make building so much easier. We have renovated a Vauxhall Movano last year, and that was great, but
Is that not quite troublesome? Are they unreliable?
it was hard work. We had problems. We bought a brand new Vauxhall Movano, and it came straight off the boat, literally, with problems. So in the end, we sold that.
Yeah, they're quite fragile, I've found. So.
I wasn't that impressed, and it was a nightmare because obviously the curved.
Yep.
Cutting the wood and getting nice edges and making it look really finished was, for us, difficult because we like the cottagey look. If you want a modern look and you're doing the nice sort of, sealed edges with the trim work, you can hide everything. But I'll show you the battery. We can go continuously off-grid on this van if we want to. There's two 70 amp hour leisure batteries under there, as well as the 2 batteries for the van under that side. There's all the fuse boxes here. We've got Victron Energy smart charger. my husband really will explain this much better than me.
No, you've done a
I should
sterling job.
email it
Like,
all to you. But yeah, if you want to get a few shots of that,
yeah, I'll fill those in.
and I'll just write down what it is.